Hey, everyone. Hey. It is your girl, Precious Williams, and I am so happy to invite you back to another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. Thank you all so much for coming. This is a very special episode. Today's episode is on hashtag Speaker Tales. Are you fanning the flames or going silent? Now, for those of you who don't know me, I am Precious L. Williams, the Killer Pitchmaster. And why do they call me that? Because I'm a 13-time national elevator pitch champion. I am a corporate trainer for the likes of Google, LinkedIn, Microsoft, Federal Reserve Bank, you name it. I am a 3-time number one best-selling author. In addition to that, I truly love what it is that I do. And in loving what I do, I really enjoy being able to speak to people and to show them what time it really is. So I'm from the inner city of St. Louis, Missouri. I didn't always start off being the killer pitch master. I literally started my first company in 2011 and nobody believed in my dream. I was a disgruntled attorney. I didn't like having the same type of cases all day, every day. And so I met a very famous Hollywood actor and we started dating. And even though I was 327 pounds, what was so amazing was that he inspired me to start my first company, Curvy Girls Lingerie. Now, how would I even get into pitching? Well, my back was against the wall and no one would invest in my company. No family, no friends, none of that. And so I had to pitch. And so my first pitch got me on national television. My second pitch got me a $500,000 investment. I then went on to win 13 out of 14 competitions. And so it's very important to me that you all truly understand that I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. So, as a Killer Pitch Master, it is my pleasure to come to you every week that I can, unless I am out of town training or speaking at a conference around the world or around the nation. And today's episode is near and dear to my heart. So, again, this episode is all about hashtag Speaker Tales. Are you fanning the flames or going silent? Now, let me explain to you why I came up with this particular topic. And Shanette, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate seeing you. Hey, I think LinkedIn and StreamYard are having some things, so I can't even see comments as they come in anymore. So I have to go looking for them. Rosette, I had to learn. I need to speak to you. Well, I would love to speak to you, Rosette. And Shanette. I always want to put, I'm saying your name right. Good morning, good afternoon to you, sis. And so the reason why it's so important, and especially in this day and age, so many people would love to have the opportunity to speak to corporate audiences, the top Fortune 500 companies. Some would love to speak at top nonprofits and foundations. Some would love to be considered for women's business events or for organizations that only pick certain types of speakers. Some would love to speak on the same stages as Tony Robbins or Les Brown or Lisa Nichols or Dr. Cheryl, all of these people. And what I want you all to know is that not only is it possible, it can happen. And I hope that you learn through my stories and the stories of the clients that I work with, the ones who never thought they'd be on Shark Tank, and here they are pitching and getting investments. To my clients that wanted to start speaking in a different area that more resonated with where they are right now, and then start getting corporate training contracts or starting getting booked at great places. Or for some of y'all, wouldn't it be nice if people referred you for opportunities to speak for pay? Did you hear what I'm saying? And while I know that it's always optimal to get paid, if you don't have the ability to get paid, how do you sell what you have from the stage or from the back? And so if any of that resonates with you, let me know. Let me know in the comments, right? And so my first question of today with hashtag Speaker Tales, and as you all know, I've been a speaker for 27 years, since I was 16 years old. I am 43 years old now. And so it's very important that, for those who want to speak and want to learn how to pitch themselves with the masters, let me show you how. Let me show you how. And before we go any further, I'm going to go into my comments and I want to see what people are saying. And for those of you who do not know, I love teaching the art and science of pitching and the art and science of speaking for pay and for turning one speaking engagement into 5, right? As soon as you're done, right? And so I'd love for you all to take it to look at something that I've created. We started this last year, and it's called the Booked and Busy Speakers Boot Camp. Yes, it's a boot camp. And for some of you who are starting off and you've spoken, but you want to know how do you actually get paid speaking engagements? How do you stand out in a crowded marketplace? How do you create the name for yourself that shuts everybody else out? I can show you how. If you are in the middle of your career and you're like, hey, I kind of feel stagnant and I need someone to be able to look at what I'm doing and repackage it in a different way. We have the intermediate version of Booked and Busy Speakers Bootcamp. And if you're on the advanced level and you still think there's a couple of things that we could tweak, then I want you to come to Booked and Busy Speakers Advanced. I also encourage you that some of y'all can take all three classes, all three boot camps. Some of you can pick the ones you want, but I would love for you all on at the bottom of bottom of the screen, go to bookedandbusyspeakers.com/bootcamp. We'd love to have you. The first class is March 19th. Yes, it's a Saturday. It's from 12 to 3. Sometimes we even go from 12 to 4. The thing that makes me different is I'm not giving you BS and fluff. That's why we keep our classes intimate and small. Why? Because I want y'all to get one-on-one instruction from me, but I also want you to learn from a group that is hungry, just like you, and who knows that I can teach you some of the things you have never heard anybody else say. And if you don't believe me, from 2017 to 2018, I was homeless. And look at me now. Look at me now. I speak at the biggest companies in the world, some of the biggest stages, and so do my clients. I refer them. They know how to get to VIPs and get them to refer. So if that's what you're interested in, let me know in the comments. Yes. So I'm about to go to the comments and speak to my peeps, my guests. I'm so excited that you all come every week. We have new people come. So again, when it talks about hashtag speaker tales, are you fanning the flames or going silent? So if you are booked and busy and paid or booked and blissful, type 1 in the comments. If you're feeling a little doubtful, you have a great message, but it's just not resonating with the right audience. Press 2 and put 2 in the comments. And finally, if you're so scared, you don't even know what to do, so you haven't done anything. You've taken every course under the sun. You've gone to big guru things and you're still not where you want to be, type 3 in the comments. And what I want to share with you today is I want to show you all how to fan the flames. It's not enough to light the flame. I want you to keep fanning them. I want you to keep drawing them like a moth to a flame. Burn them out of fire. I want you to go bad on them. We're going from booked and busy and paid to booked and blissful. And you're talking about someone who's been doing it and clawed my way out of homelessness, clawed my way out of severe alcohol addiction, and had the best companies in the world wanting to work with me. In fact, just last week I taught interns at LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a learning week every in February and also in the summer. So I'm booked repeatedly by LinkedIn, and that's my biggest client. But I also have other big clients, other big tech banks and stuff like that. Did I ever think when I started that would be it? No. So y'all know what to do. 1, 2, or 3 in the comments. And if you would love more information on Booked and Busy Speakers Bootcamp, let me know. Let's come to the comments. I see, oh, that's 25. Okay. Y'all already know. Let's get it. So let me go to y'all. Let me go to my peeps. Loretta, good morning, Queen. I don't know if I don't know if you've ever been here, but I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. Aisha, Kamara, great to be here. Great to be here. We just connected on LinkedIn. Do you see how y'all already know? Dana, MBA, excited to hear this topic. I'm so excited you're here too, Queen. Yvette Bonilla, licensed master social worker. Let me know if I'm saying it right. Hello, Queen. So glad that you're here. And Shanette, I'm excited to be a speaker at Black Pod Festival in Maine. Like, you gotta get it, y'all. Clap for the heavyweight champ. Clap for the heavyweight. And Shanette, that's what we do on my show. We celebrate when speakers are getting booked. We celebrate even when people they think it's a small win. No, every win is big to me. Especially when I thought I'd never be on stage again, especially when I thought nobody would ever work with me or my speakers. The fact that you can go to hell and back and attract great opportunities because you made yourself the go-to expert. You're not waiting on celebrities and influencers to peep you out. You're creating your own influence. Yo, that's what we do at the Booked and Busy Speakers Bootcamp. Check it out. Marcherie, am I saying your name right? And I'm completing my communication degree. Need this and thank you, Marcherie. And please let me know if I'm saying your name right, Queen. Yvette Bonilla, yes, this resonates. Thank you, Queen. LinkedIn user, yes, definitely. I'm not sure who you are. Please put your name in the, because I think I know who you are, but still let us know. Lakita Gail Dutton, yes, I will learn. I'm a little shy in front of people. We with it. Okay, Rosette, it's important to be able to articulate yourself. You better believe it, Queen. Shawanda, it's interesting. People have told me I should do motivational speaking. I just never thought about that for myself. Well, Queen, oftentimes people will see things in you that you will never notice. In fact, when I was 15 years old, my grandparents wanted me to come live with them. The first thing my grandmother said to me, she said, "You have the gift of speech. When you speak, people listen." Now, mind you, I've been abused, thrown to the wolves and everything. I never thought people would ever listen to me. I wasn't light skinned with green. I didn't think I had anything. But my grandmother saw in me that my speaking was going to take me places. And when I say she didn't lie, she didn't lie. That's for you, PD. Rosette. I am a retired counterintelligence agent, U.S. Army. This is training we received. Yes, I'm glad, Rosette. Rosette, I just spoke. My sister is a captain in the Army. She's in South Korea, and I just recently spoke to a small group there virtually, and they were eating up my pitching tips and techniques. They were like, "Oh, we need to bring her back." Now think about it. Think about what I just said. I came from the inner city of St. Louis, Missouri, to being able to speak at different places. It's not about me. My clients' success stories are incredible. Y'all might want to check me out on LinkedIn, Precious L. Williams, Killer Pitchmaster. Check out the testimonies. I have about 200 of them. Check them out from successful speakers and entrepreneurs, from big companies, corporations, nonprofits, foundations. There's a reason why you can go from being, everybody asks you to speak for free, to being booked, busy, and paid, to what? Booked and blissful. Dana, yes. Lakita, I really need a mentorship. Can you help me or advise one for me? I'm a businesswoman, but I'm stagnant. I need your help. This is my first day with you. Lakita, what I would suggest for you is to check out what I'm doing online, check out some of the people that I'm associated with. Mentorship is a big thing, and that's why sometimes I think it's important to study the people that you would love to work with and see how you can do that. But I love that you said, you. I love it. Rosette, number two. Okay, I got you. And Jeanette, fanning the flames. Number one, love speaking. Girl, I know you do, girl. You listen. Y'all don't know. Anjanette Blake is a queen of podcasting. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. And podcasting is speaking too, right? And so you can wait for others or you can build it yourself. And that's why she's known as Delaware's biggest blogger. Podcaster and blogger. She knows what she's doing. Let them know, Anjanette. Lakita, number three. Okay, I got you. Yvette, between one and two, I'm with you. Marcherie, number three. Yes, Dana, number three. Great. Kevin Williams, so glad you're here, Kevin. One and two, glad. Okay. Anna Wells, thank you. I'm very interested. Great. Rita, there go my girl, Rita. Rita says, number two, positively influencer. Drop that, Rita. Anna, number two. Shawanda, okay, not sure what number to choose. I love speaking, just never thought hard about it and getting speaking engagements. So maybe number three, baby, it wouldn't matter if you won two or three. I can work with you. And Jeanette, am I lying? Am I lying? When I say I'm the best there is, the best there was, the best there'll ever be, Bret Hart, Bret the Hitman Hart, it's because I can back it up. I can back it up with client testimonials. Now you can take me out of the equation. Look at what my clients have done, right? And to go from homelessness into speaking into big company. And remember, I'm not a motivational speaker, y'all. I'm the killer pitch master. So I work with sales teams on sales pitching and sales scripting. I work with interns on how to be able to set themselves apart from other interns to get the plum assignments. For some of you, it's about really embracing the right opportunities and putting yourself in front of the right people who can make decisions. Okay, because you are already talented and tight. But how do you get the right people to notice you? That's what the Killer Pitch Master can help you with. It's the Booking Bigger Busy Speakers Bootcamp. And Jeanette, speaking at 60, girl, you ain't no 60, quit playing. Marcherie, I'm very interested. Thank you, Marcherie. I'm glad you're interested. Three possible and a four. Not sure if it is something I should explore. I understand that, Jeanette. So it's perfectly fine. You can also go to the website www.booked-and-busy-speakers-bootcamp.com. Wait, it's scrolling across the screen. Check it out. Check it out, Queen. There's no hard sell, but I do want you to check it out. Yvette, you did my name right. Thank you for asking. You're right, Queen Karen. I love your energy, Queen. I love your energy. So, for those of you who do not know, in case y'all don't believe I'm an international professional speaker, I met Karen at International Women's Day in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I was the keynote speaker. When I tell you, y'all, I was on my way to Halifax. My plane left late, so when I got to Toronto, the WestJet plane had already left. So I'm sitting here in Toronto. New York won't pay for my flight because I'm in a different country. Toronto wasn't the reason why my flight was delayed. But because I spoke at the Intuit QuickBooks conference, there was a queen who saw me I posted on Facebook that I'm in Toronto. She woke up her husband and they drove an hour to the airport to pick me up, give me some food, take me to their house, lay me down, and get me back to the airport within 7 hours. That is what I'm telling you. It's not just that you're a great speaker, because some people think it's just about speaking. No, there's so much more to it. How do you emotionally grab the crowd? How do you, if you post something, they all on it. It's not about buying, but you have an audience that is willing to refer you, an audience that's willing to put you on game. Let me tell you something. I don't put myself out there for speaking like I used to. Now referrals come into me. My name is being spoken in different places, so it comes differently, and now I have my agent field things off now, like, because I can't handle all that's coming my way. And so my wish is my wish for those who are at number two and number three. First of all, I don't want you to give up. The reason why I brought up fanning the flames is because a lot of people, we get real excited to start something. Oh yeah, we lit the fire, but the consistency is what gets in the way. Things get in the way. Children, like all sorts of things get in the way. And so, what I want to show you is not just a step by step process that you can make your own, but also that when things go weird, like the pandemic and everything like that, you're still assured that you have put the seeds out. You have weeded your network in such a way that is not the problem that it is for most people. In the pandemic, my clients and I weren't struggling. Because remember, they said, "Oh, nobody's gonna hire speakers." The hell they didn't. I felt like I was booked 3, 4 times a day. And y'all know we didn't know when the pandemic was gonna end. So it was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. If I can't get on a physical stage, virtually, I'm being paid to train. In fact, tomorrow, I'm speaking at Spelman College for the Spellpreneur program. And then there's also Girls Night Out, which booked me to do a pitch training session. So back to back tomorrow evening, 6:30 to 7:30, I'm speaking at Spellpreneur virtually. And then from 7:30 to 8:30, I think, or 7:30 to 9, I'm doing Girls Night Out pitching. Paid opportunities. So don't ever get it in your mind that people won't pay. Perhaps the people that you're thinking about or that other people have approached, maybe the pitch was wrong. Maybe it didn't hit the right emotional as well as logical thing. But we can move all past that with the Booked and Busy Speakers Boot Camp. I promise you. Lakita, I love your energy. You will drive a truck to a gas station and you bet. I love it. Brenda, glad you're here, Brenda. Registered nurse, too. Great. Shawanda, amen to that. Listen, I'll drink to that. Let me drink my water. Y'all know y'all know y'all, girl. Let me get some water up in these streets. Okay. I get that taste. Rosette. I spent 3 years there in South Korea because that's where my sister is. Rosette. Rhonda James. I'm here to soak in the knowledge. I've considered motivational speaking and I've been told I should. You should. Listen, you have Les Brown, Dr. Cheryl Woods, Lisa Nichols, like you have so many greats, but there are also other people that you don't know their name, but they're still booked and blissful too. Trust and believe that. You don't have to have the biggest name to get the biggest paycheck. Trust me. Dana Cox, this is so timely. Yes, it is. 007. Y'all better get with it. Good morning, Queen. Here for the front row call. Congratulations on all your book endeavors from the bestseller paid paid stages at Authorius magazine. Hashtag 007 effect. Y'all really don't know. So Lady Tracy, she's a PR maven strategist, and she also has a magazine called Authorius. And with that, I was on the cover of the first one in January 2022. Mind you, I just turned 43 in January 2022. And I'm a three-time number one best-selling author of the Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers Only series. When I wrote those books, people said no one would ever buy. Let me tell you something. It was a lie from the pits of hell. Every company I've ever spoken to has bought the books. Hell, Morehouse College has bought the books. So if you think that I'm just talking BS, I'm not. I'm not. Writing those books is also how I got into Harvard University, Columbia University, George Washington University, Spelman College, Morehouse College. And there's some other colleges I'm gonna be working with: Borough, Manhattan Community College, Kingsbury. So please believe I'm nothing to play with, and neither are you. And let me see. I'm just getting started, but I'm a reserved person, so it's hard to put myself out there. And that is why the boot camp is so good, because in a small group, you're not in front of 500 people. You're in front of a small group. So I'm going to answer those questions. The ones that you put in the comments that you don't want to ask, I'm going in. I'm going to go ham and cheese on you. I'm going to put in jelly on you. My gift is to be able to see what you cannot see. So many of us only know one way, or what a big guru says. And I'm telling you, because I've been a professional speaker since I was 16, I can hear what you're saying versus and what you're not saying. And so it's very important. It's very important that you deal with someone who this is their skill set. This is how they make their money. I don't have a job yet. I don't. My company, Perfect Pitches by Precious, is my full-time position. I am a corporate trainer. I'm an international professional speaker. I'm a three-time number one best-selling author. I fly all over the nation like an Instagram thotty because I'm paid to do what I do. In fact, for some of you who do not know, if you've ever watched Shark Tank, then I was definitely on Shark Tank season 8 in 2016. In fact, I am flying out April 11th to go to Western North Carolina to speak at the Western North Carolina Black Business Expo, where I'm kicking it off the first night. Who's the second day dedicated to? Damon John. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, y'all. The things I have coming up, like for Women's History, Black History Month was amazing. Women's History Month, y'all, I'm gonna hit y'all with a book. I'm gonna hit y'all with me being all over the nation. I'm gonna hit y'all with so much stuff because that's what the power of speaking does. The speaking is not just to be all and end all. It's to give you greater opportunities. If you have books, you can be selling out everywhere you go. Because if they can't afford your services, people can maybe buy a $20 or $30 book. And that's their first intro into you. So now they watching you. They see if you're consistent. Now they're gonna buy something else from you. They're gonna show up at events. Matter of fact, I was at Barter Black, which was they had the Black Carpet Affair that was in Baltimore last weekend. Do y'all know I wasn't the keynote speaker? I was a special guest. And as a special guest, I spoke on stage for 10 minutes. And I didn't even need to speak. When I walked in, it was so much love shown to me that I felt like a matriarch. I felt like an OG in this game. And people are like, your energy. Think about how people talk about you. Your energy. Like, what do you bring? Are you a great orator? Are you someone who knows how to hype the crowd? This Thursday, so this Thursday is incredible. This Thursday, I'm speaking at the In This Together Women's History Month Summit with the Luminary. So I'm hyped. I'm coming in. Kate Luzio is the CEO of the Luminary. All the physical tickets are sold out, so now people can buy virtually. But she and I are going to take that stage together, and I promise you, she brought me in to kill the game in 10 minutes. I'm not the keynote. You know who the keynote is? It is the queen who started the honey pot. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you know how to position yourself, I'm hype. I'm the hype woman. I'm gonna get the crowd started. So when the keynote takes the stage, it's a wrap. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't always need to be the keynote, but I do need to be respected where I'm going, and I need to be paid and to stand up and do what I do best. And so when opportunities come for me to bless the stage, they already know. The queen who started the honey pot, we're going to give her her due. And so I'm going to set the crowd off for her. Do you hear me though? And then I go to Boston, Massachusetts the next day to share in the first book tour stop of the Heels to Deals book that I'm a part of about women in sales. So you see how all of this works together. Do not let speaking be the only thing you think you can do. Speaking can open the doors for you to walk into places you didn't even know. People be referring you for spaces you've never even been. When I was at Barter Block, I met so many women who had heard of me, never met me in real life. I'm coming back to Maryland, May 17th. We're more like, I'm buying tickets to the next thing you coming to. Think about that. I'm not the keynote. I wasn't the keynote. Dr. Constance Craig Mason was the keynote. Here she is out here setting it off. So think about it. When you know how to position yourself, you'll always be booked, busy, and paid, and going to booked and blissful. So that's why I want y'all to hear what I'm saying today. So then, Kevin, looking forward to your advanced coaching, former motivational speaker who got burnt out. Kevin, can I just tell you, we are so excited to have a king in here. We got all these queens. It's so good to have you here. And I would love the opportunity to work with you. And I can imagine being burnt out. Thank you. Thank you for showing our queens that you see value in what I do. Thank you. And Shanette, thank you, sis. And Shanette, she's the best. Thank you. And Shanette, Precious is amazing. Thank you. Okay, Lady Tracy. Okay, yes, you are the best. I'm transforming divine momentum. One powerful PR post at age at Shine Time. You better be getting it. Okay, so Anna Welch. I have a passion for getting my story out there and helping others. You better do it. And trust me, there's so many great people that I'm around. If you think I'm great, there are others who I hang with who are dope too. Rita, I'm ready for you to help me take my first book launch show up positive to number one. Fire, fire, shots fired. Boop, 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 boop. Dana Cox, thank you, Queen. Everything you say is resonating. Lakita, amen. My babies and grandbabies, you better say that. Yvette Bonilla, my consulting services are in high demand because of the pandemic. Just trying to pitch you right. Girl, I got you. Trust and believe. You hear me though. Shantae, phenomenal afternoon, Queens. We'll right back at you. She said phenomenal afternoon kick. That's what I'm talking about. Shantae, y'all to know. Keep it cute. Tell you, I got the best in the business around here. Lakita, I'm ready to write my book. I got the name of it, but where do I start? So Lakita, not to get off subject, but I've been working with Sharon Monet of www.penlegacy.com and working with her and her book coaching as well as her publishing. Awesome experience. I never thought I'd have 3 number one bestsellers under her. 2 of my books reviewed by Forbes magazine. 2 of my books had billboards in Times Square. Like, my first book is a 4-time book of the year finalist. And for those of you who didn't hear this news, one of the big colleges here in New York, one of the professors, entrepreneur professors, read my book, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, called me and said, hey, your book is the textbook. You're going to be the textbook for the class this year. And he said, but where's your textbook? Because we want to buy the textbooks of you. And I was so stunned because here I've been teaching, speaking, teaching, training. And the school wants to buy textbooks. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? I didn't go through anybody. They came to me. Why? Because you got to know how to position yourself. Even for those of you who are motivational speakers, you're more than that too. You can be in so many different spaces. I'm the killer pitch master. No one told me that I would go from helping people learn how to pitch for money to pitching for Shark Tank to going into big companies, corporations, nonprofits, and foundations, showing them how to raise their donor base, how to get people interested in wanting to donate to what it is they're doing. You know, giving them big donations, or for organizations, bringing in someone with a powerful spirit that's going to resonate with the crowd and get them hyped. That's why, as a keynote, I either want to be in the morning or the evening or the afternoon, because you want me to set it off. You want me to keep the energy high. And that's not motivation. That's kicking ass with energy, my kick-ass energy. Okay. So let me see what Lady Tracy is saying. Exactly, seeing what others can't is show enough superpower. You better believe it, Queen. Andrea! So Andrea and I met at a Christian conference years ago, and it's so. This is why I want y'all to see who's in the room. Do you see that there's women, queens of many hues, kings of many? This is the kind of people that come when they know you about to spit that fire on people. This is why. Andrea, I'm so glad you're here. Love and congratulations. Thank you, Queen. Dana, love training and coaching, but also started a business and I wanted to get my pitch right to grow the opportunities on all fronts. So Dana, I'm a pitch master too. So if the speaking boot camp doesn't resonate with you, I'm also show you my website. And so you can see that I have offered a 2-hour laser focused pitch session where you and I can work together, but I write your pitch and we'll perfect it together. And the reason why is because most coaches, they may give you a framework. I'm going to show you that I'm going to do it and we'll perfect it together because I'm going to hear things you can't hear about yourself. The things that you think are insignificant, people love. There was a time when we were all told to show up perfect on stage. Never let them see that there were times you struggle. Man, F all that. I don't mind you seeing that I came from very little. I don't mind that y'all know that I was homeless not that long ago and came out of it by speaking and pitching my way to the point where none of those companies ever ask about my background anymore. They don't care. That's not why they booked me. They booked me because of my track record of success with bigger companies or with successful speakers and entrepreneurs and putting them on a trajectory they didn't even know existed. And that's my God-given talent. So if the speaking part isn't resonating, just know that I offer one-on-one pitching services too, Queen. And I'll make sure y'all have my website by the time this is over. Karen, Lakita Gail Dutton. My advice is to set a time each day and sit your butt in the chair and write. So get into it. Give it to her, Karen. Give it to her. Every single day, just write. Don't think about what you're writing. Don't edit it. Just write. Your genius will come out. Scrivener is a great app to help you organize your book content. Now, you just heard from Karen D. Karen has written books too. So you got to get at her too because she knows what she's talking about. Karen, didn't you just come out with a children's book with your child? Girl, drop that T on her. Another option I want you all to think about is Bridget McGowan for books. For any of you writing a book, Bridget McGowan with her company BMC Talks. She is the publisher of our book Heels to Deals, which is a compilation of 33 women who've been successful in sales from around the world, right? So you have our Caucasian, Latina, Asian and Pacific Islander, or Black women, mixed. Like we are showing you that it is possible to come from nothing or to come from the very top and be able to resonate and rock a crowd, be able to sell to the places you never thought you could because you thought your background or not having connections would do it. I'm telling you, you can do it through speaking, you can do it through pitching, establish yourself as go-to expert, pivoting. Listen, y'all want the smoke. Y'all want the smoke. Okay. And Shanette, true that. I've been a workshop facilitator, educator, panelist, moderator, and keynote. I love it. Build your brand. You better tell them, Aunt Shanette. Lakita, go, Kevin. Kevin Williams, thanks. We're so glad you're here, King. Precious, you are bomb diggity. Your cough is a keynote mic drop. You better stop, Lady Tracy. Dana Cox, textbooks. All right, now didn't I tell you I didn't go through anybody for that? Like they came to me. That's why I say speaking can take you places. Pitching and speaking can take you places you never even knew existed. Or as the great Joel Osteen says, it take you places you never even dreamed of. Lakita, thank you, Miss Karen. Yes, Karen is about that life. So let me go back here, you all. So let me just say this. Today was about hashtag speaker tales. Are you fanning the flames or going silent? Let me just share with you where this came from. So I was reading one of my daily devotionals. And in this daily devotional, there was a man who was on a trip with his church, and they went to another country, and he loved it. And I think it was he loved to sing, but he felt called by God to go to another place that was small, and they were preaching the word of God and everything. Now, in the natural, it made no sense. He was killing it, but he felt called to go somewhere else. And his whole story was about how God lights the flame, but you have to fan it to keep it going. And so his 6 months there, he saw a different side of life that wasn't about adulation and attention, but making sure that he was impacting others in a way that couldn't be done through just singing alone. Some people will never have the money to come here, maybe a Beyonce, but the word of God can cut through like a double-edged sword, right? And so as I was reading this devotional, it hit me that God wanted me to remind me that the greatest speakers in the world aren't where they are because it's about how great they are. It's because God has given them a flame that they were born with. And it is up to all of us to fan that flame. And so, if you don't know how to fan it, it's lit within, but you have no idea. That's why I created the Booked and Busy Speakers Boot Camp. You can take it a part of the 3-part series or take the one that fits best with you. Because I want to fan the flame that is in you, even if it's like tiny, tiny lit. We all have a message. We all need to also understand that a story is not all that you need. Because big companies are hiring people for stories. I promise you they're not. So knowing what audience needs that story or a series of stories. If you've overcome, that's great. What can we learn from your story? If you're still in the thick of it, it may not be the right time to tell that particular story. We want to hear things from us from a place of triumph and not tragedy. How do you tell a story in the most effective way? So in our book, Heels to Deals, all of us as women sales leaders and successful sales women have had moments that could have crushed everyone else. And we decided to use that to fan the flame within. So if you want to make a decision to be wildly successful, you got to make the decision. I'm going all in. I'm going peanut butter and jelly. And so when I walked out of the Bowery Mission Women's Center on September 1st, 2018, there was that choice to go get a high paying job or to stay with the high paying job that I have or to totally transform my life and go after what God put me on this earth to do. And I decided to take the road less traveled, and it made the difference. Were there times that I struggled? Yes. But the struggling meant that I was learning and I was growing and I was not comfortable. I was fighting because God gave me a second chance. And so when I tell certain stories for the different audiences I'm in front of, there are only certain stories that can be in certain audiences. How I speak to women in transition is very different from how I lead sales teams at LinkedIn. How I speak at a Women's History Month event is very different from being in front of different types of audiences. And let me give you an example. Yesterday, a board member friend of mine from Move NYC, which helps uh, young people of color, get better and better with their dance skills. So I met 7 of their graduates who are now at the Juilliard School. Let me say it again, the Juilliard School. So I went because I've been supporting financially. But when I saw them yesterday and I looked around the room, there was a tear that was behind both of my eyes because I never thought I'd be in the room with big time donors. I never thought because I had almost given up on my dream. And I'm watching the young people, and they gave us a performance that was so fantastic that I put on Facebook Live. I was like, y'all need to get in here and y'all need to see what I'm seeing. Because I almost lost my life. I almost took my life on my 38th birthday. I would never live to see young people go from Move NYC, kids who could not afford the opportunities, and now they get to come to this organization for free. They're sending 8 children to Scotland, and I say children meaning they're like 17, 18. They're going to Scotland and England to dance. $30,000 they are raising. And I sat there while they were giving a performance, and I thought I was on stage with them. I was going in, and the young people were like, "Oh my God, we wanted you to get out there with us." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm 43 and I don't have Meg Thee Stallion knees, so I can't." I'm meeting these great donors and supporters. I met a woman last night who paints, and her paintings are on display at the Brooklyn Public Library. I met a software developer whose daughter was there, and I met so many incredible people that we're now having lunches and dinners to get to know each other. No, it ain't about no business. We can talk business later, but you got to build these relationships. And so for Booked and Busy speakers, it's not just speaking. That's a given. It's about how do you keep your funnel full. How do you get to pick and choose the best that represents where you are right now and where you want to be later? How do you keep people interested in what you're talking about? How does the titles of your speeches really stand out instead of just saying, I'm an expert in HR. Man, fuck that. Nobody wants to hear that. They want to hear a popping title with even more popping thing that they haven't heard. Listen, there are topics that are important today, but where is the world going? You want to be there. You want to be leading the way, not just talking a good game. And so with the Booked and Busy Speakers Bootcamp, I definitely implore you all to check that out. And again, I will put the link below. And also, here's my website. So if you ever want to check out some of the things that I have going on, the events that I have coming up, please go check out my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. And I am the proud founder and CEO, Perfect Pitches by Precious. My name is Precious L. Williams, Killer Pitchmaster. Again, I'm going to put the link for the Booked and Busy Speakers below. It's bookedandbusyspeakers.com/bootcamp. Now let's see what my audience is talking about. I don't want to keep y'all too long. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Okay, Karen. Yes, Queen. I published a best-selling compilation book in 2020. We Are Unbreakable. Did y'all hear that? This is my pretend mic. Karen just dropped it. She said, "We Are Unbreakable." And I'm working on more books. And I published my 13-year-old daughter's children's book last year. It is called Sadie's Stories. Thanks for the shout out. Love you, Precious. Queen, why don't you drop the T on how they can buy the first book or your 13-year-old child's children's book? Please drop that. Like, don't come up in here and don't drop that T on us, because y'all fabulous. Carlotta Tay Olison. RSPH. I'm not sure what that is. Please drop that T. That might be a term of art. I don't know, but expert for expats. You better believe it. Wow. Dana Clocks. Amazing. Anna Welch. Awesome. So again, everyone, I am so happy to be here to talk about hashtag speaker tales. Are you fanning the flames or going silent? Again, the point of having this particular episode of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show is to show you that, first of all, your creator has put a flame in you. We need to fan the flames to keep going. So as a speaker, whether you're speaking for free or speaking for pay now, there's so many more opportunities out there that you don't know about. And it requires a different type of positioning. It requires being considered the go-to expert. What's in your social media post? And I'm not saying buy your buy your stuff every day. No. But how do you get people excited about what you're talking about? Something about the topic that I raised today brought you all here. Think about that. How are you approaching prospects in the world? I want you to take prospects and make them into repeat clients. I do. I want you to bait, attract, and close with ease. I want conference organizers and event planners to have you on speed dial. Like, oh, we know he go. We know this Queen of Kings gonna come. Oh, do ya? Hey, man up. And I really want to thank all of my beloved referral people who keep referring me for opportunities. Some that I can talk about, some that I can't, just because of the nature of the people I'm in front of. I'm incredibly grateful to Profit First Professionals with Mike McAllowitz and Ron Serbian. I thank you all for booking me as a keynote speaker twice at your event last year, and I'm working with some of your clients now. I'm thankful to my agent. I'm thankful to the schools who have reached out. I'm thankful to every organization. I'm thankful to the great LinkedIn that keeps me popping. I'm thankful to be a part of the Black Speakers Network. I'm grateful to be a part of Black Pretty and Paid University with Jalen Jones. I am proud that we are ending Black History Month, and so many of us have got to see that Black history is more than just the celebrities and influencers. We are here all day, every day. My name may not be the biggest, but in the biggest circles, my name carries weight. Think about that. And I want your names to carry that kind of weight too. I've been in movies and documentaries. I can say, I've spent time with Sir Richard Branson. Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup for the Soul was my mentor years ago. I can tell you, being in Milan, Italy, or Perth, Australia, or Halifax, Nova Scotia, or many other places that I've been around the world. I live my young 5-year-old dream. And it all started when I watched Sally Jesse Raphael and Phil Donahue, and when Oprah came later, and then we had Wendy Williams, we had Tyra Banks, we had um oh God, I'm thinking of a name. UNITY. Yeah, I know Queen Latifah. I think about Ricky Lake. I think of all the greats. I mean, Charles. I remember all of them and wanting to be a talk show host. I thank God for Enrich Her. I Fund Women, Karen Khan, Olivia Owens. I thank God for everyone who shows up and shows out with me. I thank God for Harris State University. Spelman College, Morehouse College. I thank God. Like, y'all gonna get me to cry, but this is Black History Month and we're going into Women's History Month. And when I tell you we're gonna set it off again in Women's History Month or every month this year, I want you to be book busy and paid and to be booked and blissful. I want you to be able to write your own paychecks. And so I definitely want you all to know the hashtag speaker tales. Are you fanning the flames? Are you one? Are you going bad on them right now? Put one in the comments. If you're going bad on them, you book busy and pay, you book them blissful, you ain't worried about nothing. Number two, you're a speaker and you know you could be doing more. You just don't know how, right? Or number three, you're completely stagnant and you're quiet because you just don't know what to do. Especially for my 2 and 3 years, if you're really honest. Take a look at the Booked and Busy Speakers Bootcamp link. See what resonates with you all and give it a chance. We only cap them at 20 for each of them because I want you to have one-on-one time with me and I also want you to learn from the others in the room. When you persist, resistance falls. It does. And I thank God that you all let me into your place in your space for this past 46 minutes. Are there any questions that I can answer right now? I just want to thank you all for giving me time today. Precious L. Williams, Killer Pitch, you offer many pitch services. What is the best way to determine which service would be best? Queen, one way you could determine that is to have to get to when it says book a call with Precious, go to there and schedule a consultation with me. And I will walk you through the best things once I hear what your goals are. And I will definitely tell you what's the best, which one would be best for you. I love doing consultations because it gives me an opportunity to because some people just book. And then when you finally meet them, it's like, okay, well, this may not, okay, we need to have you over here. So book a consultation with me, and I promise I don't fluff my way through any consultation. I know that your time is money, my time is too, and you're also worth it. So I'm going to go through the best ones that work for you once I know what your goals are. Okay? Dr. Carly, Dr. Kai. Oh my God, I have not talked to you in so long. Dr. Kai, it's so good to see you. You still looking like a whole snack out here. Whole snack. Thank you for being here, Queen. Y'all, can I just tell y'all, in the spirit of Black History Month, we have a king on here who was a motivational speaker and got burned out. I was someone who crashed and burned because the love of my life died. My business partner and I weren't seeing eye to eye. And I just kind of lost my way, became a severe alcoholic. When I was coming out of darkness, I was blessed to have a friend in Dr. Kai. And Dr. Kai, I will say this to the day I died. There was a time I couldn't even pay my phone bill. My queen came and what paid and Roz paid. Like, let me tell you something. This is what I'm talking about when things get dark and hell is hot. Who gonna be there in the trenches? She paid my phone bill. Baby, my phone been right ever since. So I will always honor. I don't have people, I don't gotta lie behind nothing. I appreciate all the people who were there when I was in the trenches and now that we're at the top. She saw that I was grinding my butt off. She saw it. So thank you, Dr. Khan. I will love you forever. Aisha, your energy is infectious. I'm loving this live. Well, I'm loving you too. I'm also want to come in and wear blue because, as y'all know, I'm a Spelman grad, and there's something about the color blue, the true blue. You know, the gold of youth and the blue of truth. So thank you. And Shanette, um, thank you, sis. Keep rising. Thank you, Queen. Ada. Hey there on this glorious day. Persistent and precious. That's what you are. Thank you. Are there any questions that anybody else has? I don't want to keep you longer than you have to. Again, my name is Precious Williams, proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. And I am proud to be here just about every Sunday live on my LinkedIn live show, Keeping It Real with the What Killer Pitch Master. We offer no fluff, no BS here. We talk about all things pitching and speaking because both will take you so far in this world. It'll help you write your own paycheck. It'll help you stand out from everyone else. It'll also have people coming to your rescue when things can go bad. Okay. So this episode was about hashtag speaker tales. Are you fanning the flames within or are you going silent? My gift today is to share the opportunity to share my new boot camp, Booked and Busy Speakers Boot Camp. The three different sessions. You can choose the one that best fits or get all three together. I promise you, for the people who've taken it last year, you've already seen how they took off. I'm here to tell you. You don't have to trust my words. You can go to my testimonials. I ain't write not one of them. And there's over 200 there. And you want someone who's done what you want to do and keeps doing it on the daily. For those of you who are interested in my pitching services, you might want to take my free quiz, which is Pitching for Profit. I go to pitchingforprofit.com. It's a free 6-question quiz that you can take and it'll show you where you are in your pitching journey and where you can go with proper guidance and instruction. As a 13-time national elevator pitch champion who successfully appeared on Shark Tank, CNN, Wall Street Journal, Forbes magazine. I was in Wall Street Journal in November. I did a TED Talk last year. That was phenomenal. Just got picked for my second TED Talk at Babson College. What? I'm now a professor at Babson College. Like, y'all don't even know. So much has happened. I've gotten into big programs where they paid me to be a part of it. I ain't paying nobody. Come on now. Y'all know what the hell it is. So as a pitch master, when I started, people said there's no way that a fat black woman will ever get that far. Well, let me tell you, this fat black woman, Shark Tank loved. This fat black woman, which I'm not, but I was 327 pounds once and got the very famous Hollywood actor to fly me out with Instagram. To go to hell and back and to work with some of the best CEOs in the world and to work with different sales teams and to work with successful speakers and entrepreneurs. It is an honor. And I would love to see you in those classes. You're going to have homework before we even start because we're going in ham and cheese. Again, for those of you who need to check out my website and see the events that I have coming up that you may be able to participate in, let me know. As you all know, this Thursday I'm speaking at the Luminary Conference. And then I'll be in Boston March 4th for this event, the Heels to Deals book tour. So I'll be there, bells on, acting up, looking a little cute. And I also have a number of things that are coming up. The Luminary Women's Summit. You can check it out there. But most of all, thank you for coming to the hashtag Speaker Tales. Are you fanning the flames or going silent? Don't go silent on your dreams, everyone. Let me check and see if there are any other comments, and I will let you go. I thank you so much for blessing me with your time on a Sunday. It is not taken for granted. I promise you. Let's see. Royal Blue SG Road D96. Oh, you now. You know I'm DST, but girl, you know we all about that blue too. Okay. LinkedIn user, looking good, Queen. Work them out. You know I'm gonna work them out. Work them out. Farrah Lauren, nurse career coach, founder of International Nurse Coach. Hello, Queen. And for all of you, if there's someone that you think should be listening, that you should send to this particular recording, just type their names. I do not contact people, but send them here and tell them why they should listen to this. If they have speaking dreams and goals, let them know that it is possible. It doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg, but you need a solid foundation. As you know, ingenious tips that they're not teaching you at the top. I love teaching and training, and I want you all to go from, free speaking or barely getting there to book busy and paid The hashtag booked and blissful. If that sounds good to you, check out my Booked and Busy Speakers Bootcamp. The link is scrolling across the screen. Farah, love your energy. Thank you, Queen. Lakita, I want to be in your circle. Thank you, Lakita. If you all want to reach out to me, just go to www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. That's my website. You can book a consultation there. If you want to speak more about the Booked and Busy Speakers Bootcamp, book a time on my calendar while you're there. And again, I am your proud host of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. My name is Precious Williams. I am the Killer Pitchmaster. You've already seen the rest. Baby, check out. You've already seen the rest. Now check out the best. It's been a pleasure being with you here with you all. If you have any other comments, drop them in. If you need links to any of the things that I said, from the Booked and Busy Speakers Bootcamp to my free quiz to my events page where you can learn what I'm doing this week. If you're a lawyer, please check out what we're doing, because I'm teaching a pitch training class for lawyers with Justice Connection on March 9th. On March 11th, I'm speaking at Dress for Success for their annual conference. So when I tell you we stay booked and busy, now we booked and blissful. Let me show you how you can do that for yourself. It's been a pleasure, you all. Thank you for 56 minutes of your time. Mwah. I love you all. Keep coming back. Next Sunday, we're going to go bad on them again. So keep coming back. It does get better. And for those of you who decide to go with the Booked and Busy Speakers Bootcamp, I will see you on March 19th. And I want you to be there or be square. Farah says, have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye, you all. Mwah. Bye.